Good morning, liveweatherblogs.com meteorologist Bob here for you with today's tropical update for Friday, August 27, 2010. A lot to talk about today, so let's get right to it. I'm just going to touch quickly on Hurricane Danielle. We kind of know where that's going now. It's not going to threaten any land masses, so we want to concentrate more on Earl, our next threat. But here's Danielle, a Category 4 hurricane this morning. Top winds 135 miles an hour. We're going to have the hurricane hunters in there later this afternoon, so we'll get a really good estimate of pressure and winds with this, and it's really going to be interesting to see how strong this does go. We have about another 24 hours of strengthening with this before strengthening kind of ceases. So, and there it goes. It's going to go well east of Bermuda and not threaten Bermuda at all, and then off to the northeast, and then might even get close to the Azore Islands by midweek. But there's Danielle real quickly. Here's Earl. This is going to be our next one to watch if it does threaten any land. Right now, it's still a tropical storm, 45-mile-an-hour winds, moving to the west at 17. National Hurricane Center says this will become a hurricane in about 2 days. That's about right. I think 2 to 3 days. Like I told you a few days ago, this is going to be a slow developer. Its first 3 to 4 days. Has a lot of dry air to mix out of it. Had a little bit of wind shear, southwest wind shear as well. But now, as you see this morning, it's starting to, I'll show you on the satellite, it's starting to slowly get itself together. So it's going to take that westward move through the weekend. And then once it gets right in here, we'll have to see. It's really going to start strengthening a lot as sea surface temperatures get warmer as it moves west. Shear's going to look great. Dry air's going to lessen. And then we could get a pretty formidable hurricane northeast of the Leeward Islands by early next week. And this will be interesting to watch. Right now, I'm trending towards this going west, definitely west of Bermuda, and it could be somewhere in this area where, hey, does it threaten the East Coast? Does it go more like this? It's going to be interesting to watch down the road. Here's Danielle, beautiful Category 4 hurricane this morning. See deeper convection trying to wrap around the center. So there's Danielle. We'll go quickly to Earl now. And here's Earl. You can see center starting to try to get wrapped around this convection in here. Nice banding with this system. So it's slowly getting there. We're seeing the southwesterly shear that was north of it starting to cease. And again, a nice slow development. You might see this pick up in intensity a little bit today and a gradual pickup in intensity as we go through the weekend. Slow but surely, Earl is getting himself together here. The bigger picture, here's our savior, the trough that's going to take Danielle out to sea and spare Bermuda. Earl, you see that southwest shear from this low near the Azores, that's starting to wane. So Earl's going to start getting bigger, and you can even see the outflow starting to expand with this morning, starting to get more symmetrical in shape. And this is the beginning of Earl starting to gradually strengthen, and we should see that today. And once it gets to being right in about this area here, northeast of the Leewards, we can really start seeing this system take off with warm surface temperatures and low wind shear. And again, does Earl follow Danielle, or does Earl go a little farther west? Again, I'm in that little farther west thing, and I think we're going to have a little bit of a scare for this across the east coast this time around. We'll have to see. Definitely Bermuda's in the game, and even our friends in Canada this time, Nova Scotia, Newfoundland, really have to watch Earl carefully as this could come farther west. Out here we have our newest invest coming into the picture here, 97L. This could be Tropical Depression number 8 by the end of the weekend, and then maybe Fiona after that. Long way to watch this one. Again, will it follow the rest of these guys and try to hook out to sea, or will it come farther west? Again, long way off with that one. We'll have plenty of time to watch that. Bigger picture, again, here we go. Danielle, Earl, and then possible Fiona, and then we even have another wave coming off the African coast. So they're all lining up, all going to march across the Atlantic, and we'll see where exactly who's going to affect us. We know we've gotten saved by Danielle. Next one to watch is Earl. Where is that one going to be going? Front still old trough laying across the Gulf Coast. Still no development along there. We'll still have to watch it carefully because you never know. Something could pop up along that front over the weekend. So here we go. This is what's steering everything. High pressure to the north of Earl. So Earl's going to continue to move west the next couple days through the weekend. Nice straight west, maybe a little north of west track right through there. Here's Danielle. Here's our trough. Bye-bye, Danielle. Trough's going to take Danielle out to sea. And again, does Earl follow suit? what's going to happen over the weekend and through early next week is once Danielle gets out of here, high pressure is going to build right in this area here. We're still going to have that weakness, but we're going to have high pressure here. So does this high pressure close off that weakness to allow Earl to come a little farther west? It'll just really depend on if Earl catches that weakness quicker or does it move a little farther west and you maybe get trapped under this high. That's going to be interesting to watch. We'll have to see how that plays out. And again, as this forecaster believes this is coming a little farther west than Danielle did. And again, we'll have to have our eyes open along the East Coast, Canada, definitely Bermuda. So we'll have to watch all of that. Wind shear, again, here's the shear that Danielle has about another 24 hours, and this southwest shear is going to hit it and kind of stop strengthening. And here's Earl. This was that shear we saw the last couple days moving off to the northeast. So Earl has a nice window of lower shear out ahead of it. So we'll see steady development with Earl and then possibly a pretty formidable hurricane northeast of the Leeward Islands, possibly even a major hurricane. So again, northeastern leewards, even Virgin Islands, even Puerto Rico. Just keep your eye out for Earl. If he wants to slip a little farther south, you might catch the edge of him. So definitely got to keep our eyes open there. Here's Danielle real quickly. Out to sea it goes. Will be interesting if it makes it all the way to Europe. Earl. Now here's Earl. Now look at this. Pretty spread in the models here. Some have it going like a Danielle. Then we see a lot of them clustered to the west of Bermuda right now, and this is where I think that Earl's going to be going. This is the UK Met model right here in blue, the farthest west outlier, and I'll show you the GFS in a minute. It's kind of farther west too, so they're the farthest west right now. But you could see here, I would kind of cut all this off in here, and I'd kind of go with all this right in here. So Earl's going to be somewhere in here, and then we'll have to see, does it go like this? Does it go like this, or does it kind of want to come and kind of get closer to the East Coast? It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. Still early in the game, but let's watch that. And also, got to watch those northeastern leewards too. You never know here. Right now, I think it's going to safely pass to the north, but boy, it's going to be close. And then finally, Invest 97. I'll again early. These are the first runs. I don't really hold much water in these right now. I think this one might even come a little farther west in the end, so we'll have to watch for possible Fiona down the road. Okay, models. Here's the GFS models. Been performing excellent so far this hurricane season. The improvements made to this model, boy, if it could do this the rest of the season, we'll be happy. But here's Earl. You can see moving it pretty far west, getting it close to Bahamas, and then, oops, there it goes, out to sea. Well, not really out to sea. It actually goes into Nova Scotia, Newfoundland. So that's an interesting run right there as it brings it farther west. Doesn't do much with Fiona. Actually, gets Fiona kind of caught up near close to Earl. So we'll have to see how much space could get into those two systems. We'll see if they interact or what happens to them two. But it kind of takes Fiona east of Earl. But there's Earl right there. So very interesting on the GFS. Euro model. Euro model not performing as well as the GFS this year. But here we go with the Euro. So there's Danielle. Goodbye. Here's Earl. Again, almost the same as Danielle, but a little farther west as it brings it over Bermuda and then into the Canadian, into Nova Scotia and Newfoundland. Let's just show you this really again real quick. This way, and then there we go. And then there's Fiona moving farther west. So again, long way off for Fiona, but we'll see. GFDL with Earl. Again, formidable hurricane and starts bringing it northwest as it passes. Again, it looks like this, if you look at this model run, it might head towards Bermuda there. But again, a formidable hurricane. HWRF, almost the same exact thing. You can see it. Here it comes. And then, boom, hooking it north. And then where does it go from there? Does it move farther west? Does it go out to sea? Long way off to see that. And then finally, waves. A lot of rip currents along the East Coast this weekend. If you're out swimming, be careful. Rip currents threat will be high. Looks like our best waves for surfers will be from northeastern Florida up towards the Cape Hatteras area. So this is going to be our best surfing conditions. You could see 6 to 7 foot waves just off the coast here by this line right here. The heaviest waves don't make it all the way to the northeast, but still rip current threat and swells will be all along the East Coast starting tomorrow. And this is valid for Sunday morning, so you see the best waves will be right in this area for surfers. That's it for today. I'll have another update for you guys tomorrow morning. Have a good day.